Even on the day, on the way to the red carpet, we're in the limo, just to wind her up, I said, oh, I'm going to start off with a funny little one-liner, just an old-fashioned joke. She went, oh, what? I said, what did the deaf, dumb and blind orphan get for Christmas? And Jane went, I don't know. I said, cancer. I didn't do it. So you're getting offended at a joke that doesn't exist. So I'd never say that in public. So to anyone who mattered. Anyway, so don't... As it was, I didn't have to worry about offending anyone because it just happened, so... And the big controversy last time I did it was a Caitlyn Jenner joke, right? Oh, outrage on Twitter the next day. And by outrage, I mean a couple of people going, it was transphobic. It wasn't transphobic in the slightest. It was a joke about a trans person, but the joke had nothing to do with that aspect of her existence. And that's the other thing about offence. People get offended when they mistake the subject of a joke with the actual target, and they're not necessarily the same. I'll tell you the joke. You make your own minds up. Right. So... It's live, so they go, and now your host for the 68th Annual Golden Globe Awards, please welcome Ricky Gervais. They come, and they're all clapping, all the actors are looking up, smiling at me nervously. It's brilliant, right? So I just go, relax, I'm going to be nice tonight. I've changed. Not as much as Bruce Jenner, obviously. And I go, now Caitlyn Jenner, of course, and what a year she's had, became a role model for trans people everywhere, bravely breaking down barriers and destroying stereotypes. She didn't do a lot for women drivers, right? So that's a clever joke, and I'll tell you why, right? It's layered. No, listen, right? The subject of that joke is stereotypes. I'm playing with the notion of stereotypes, right? So I start off saying, she's a real woman. Some would say a liberal, progressive attitude. Then I go, oh, if she's a real woman, I hit them with the old-fashioned reactionary stereotype. She must be a bad driver then, right? And the target of the joke is a celebrity killing someone in their car. Let's not forget that, shall we? A celebrity killing someone in their car, running home and popping on a dress. That's the target of the joke, just so we're clear, okay? She was interviewed about a week later at some press conference for a show she was launching, now cancelled. And the press were around and one of them said, what do you think of the Ricky Gervais joke? And she went, maybe I should host the Golden Globes, right? And they tweeted that, and they atted me in, because they want a celebrity feud, you know? It was clickbait, so I rose to the bait, obviously. I just sent back, let her host, just don't let her drive. Another website that was in the room, Entertainment Weekly, they tweeted a different headline, and they atted me in as well. And their headline was, Caitlyn finally breaks silence over Ricky Gervais. I just sent back, at last. She always breaks too late. Bring it on. Bring it on. But I'm a considered comedian. I like my jokes to be accurate and my targets to be fair. So I was engaging these people. I was saying, why is it transphobic? And they were saying, it's about a trans person. I said, well, that's ridiculous. That's like saying a joke about Bill Cosby is automatically racist. It depends on the joke. But I was talking to them, I'm willing to learn, and I found out my crime was that I dead-named her. Now, I'd never heard that term, you know, before a day after the Golden Globes, and that was saying her old name, and even acknowledging that she used to be a man. But she did. I saw him on the Olympic Games. It was decathlon. It was in everything. He was all over the place. Shot put and pole vault. He won a medal. He was famous. He was on telly all the time. But, you know, a big, famous man with a huge... I don't know, but I mean, I'm guessing he probably... He's a big... But I've learnt my lesson. Now, I'd never dead name her now. Now I know it's wrong. I'd never dead name her now. But, like, years ago... when, you know, she was a man, No, it was years ago, I'm saying, right? And she went to the doctor, right? And knocked on the door, and the doctor went, "Come in." This is years ago. I'm saying, I'd never dead name her now, but this is like a flashback before anyone. Do you know? So, like, come in, and he went, "Hello, Bruce Jenner," because that was his name then. The doctor, you know, this was years ago, and the doctor went, "Oh, I'm Bruce Jenner, you big old... How you doing, boy, you fucker? How you doing? You big old lunt. Oh, how you doing, boy? Come here, you fucker. How you doing, Brucey boy? You all right? Right? And Bruce Jenner, because that was his name, this is years ago, right? So Bruce Jenner went, "Yeah, not too bad, doctor, yeah. Not too bad, right?" I said, "What can I do for you, Bruce? You fucker. How you doing, boy?" And Bruce Jenner went, because that was his name. Bruce Jenner went, "Look at that." And they went, "Oh, come on, Bruce Jenner, you know the rules." He uses his whole name every time for some reason, I don't know why. "Come on, Bruce Jenner, you fucker, you know the rules. You can't bring your big old pole vaulting pole in here, mate, you know." And Bruce Jenner went, "No, that's not my pole vaulting pole, that's my enormous penis." And they're, "Oh, right, yeah, seeing as it is your penis, you can bring it in here. But you should have left your shot puts outside." And Bruce Jenner went, that was his name for 58 years, I think. He went, "No, they're not my shot puts, they're my enormous testicles. That's where I keep my testosterone and my spunk and shit," right? And the doctor went, "Oh, yeah, that makes perfect. I'm a medical man, and that you're a big bloke." "Oh, you fucker. How you doing, boy? You're a big... You're big, and you would have a big old cock and balls. They're beautiful, but a bit familiar." And I go, "No, but you must be very proud of them, Bruce." Bruce Jenner went, "Oh, this is going to surprise you, doctor. I want to get rid of them." And the doctor went, "What? Why?" "Ah, they get in the way." "Get in the way of what?" "Fucking driving, for one thing." So I'm engaging these people, and I'm saying, but I had to say her old name because that gets me into the joke. I say, "I've changed, not as much as Bruce Jenner," and then I do the actual joke. I went, "No, this is my second crime." I say, "She hasn't changed, right? She's always been a woman because she's always identified as a woman, and that means she's a woman. Fine, if that's the rules, you are what you feel. If you feel you're a woman, that makes you a woman. Cool. You know, I'm not one of these bigots that think having all that done is science going too far. You know, in fact, I don't think it's going far enough. Because I've always identified as a chimp, right? Well, I am a chimp. If I say I'm a chimp, I am a chimp, you know. Pre-op, but... and don't ever dead name me. Don't ever call me Ricky Gervais again. From now on, you call me Bobo. So, I'm going to have species realignment. I'm halfway there, to be honest. I'm sort of short with short legs and long arms. I sort of stoop like that. My back's getting hairier by the day. I've got fangs. I love nuts. Oh, I love nuts. And once, I was at the zoo, and I could tell people were looking at me, so I just started masturbating. So, I am a chimp, right? I am a chimp, if I say I'm a chimp. And so I've got to live as a chimp for a year, then have hormones, get me all nice and hairy. That'd be lovely, right? I'm going to stay a male chimp, so I can keep all that, right? A male heterosexual chimp, keep the same girlfriend. Jane will be happy. She loves me. She loves chimps, so, you know. And I reckon that's got to be easier for a man to turn into a chimp. We're so close. Than for a man to turn into a woman in many ways. You know what I mean? A bit of hair and a top lip like that, as opposed to your cock and balls ripped off and a hole gouged out into... No, I'm not a doctor, but that is the gist of it. I know which one I'd rather have done. And I'm not saying I think chimps are better than women. No way. Right? Any ladies here, right? I can't see you, but to me, every single one of you is equal to a chimp. So, So I'm going to have all that done. So hair with that, right? I'll do all that. I'll do all the... that. I'll retain the ability to speak English, like in emergencies. If I'm talking to Jane, I'm going, she's going, what is it, Bo? Going, what is it, Bo? You left the fucking oven on. There's a fire. What, are you telling me that if Caitlyn Jenner was being chased by a wolf, right, and there was a big fence, but she had a long pole, she'd revert, she'd be over that fucking easy. Why did the little girl fall off the swing? Because she had no arms. Yeah, right? I'll leave you with one final story, right? It's another true story. If I say they're true, by the way, they are. I promise, they're all true. And this is probably my favourite school story ever. It was 1976 again, so I was about 14. And we had a kid in our class called Gary Masterman. And Gary developed Tourette's syndrome, like every sentence of the swear word, and he had a tic. Because we learned all about it in assembly. Gary was up there, all the teachers knew him, all the kids knew him. He was a popular lad, right? And, yeah, nice guy, Gary Masterman. But sometimes his tics seemed relevant. And I'll never forget, we were having this lesson with a young female teacher called Miss Wilkie. She was at the blackboard, and she was doing those calling out suggestions. I can't remember what it was about, but she'd go, Simon, what do you think? Yeah, that's good. Yes, that works, yeah. Brian, what do you... Yeah, good, yeah. And she went, Gary. He went, I'll finger you, miss. And she just went, anyone else? And she pointed to Sean Dixon, and Sean went, yeah, I'll finger you. Try and explain to someone every day what freedom of speech means, particularly in the context of comedy, and particularly in the context of a joke, that a joke about a bad thing isn't as bad as the bad thing. It's not even necessarily condoning the bad thing. It could be anti the bad thing. It depends on the actual joke. And this woman said, you should never make jokes about food allergies. I should have left it, right? I sent back, I make jokes about AIDS, cancer, famine, and the Holocaust, right? And you're telling me I should never joke about food allergies. She sent back, yes, but the Holocaust didn't kill children. Well, it did, didn't it? It was horrible, the Holocaust. Some would say as bad as food allergies. Did anyone have a pedo teacher when they were at school? Yes, yeah. Round of applause for pedo teachers, yeah. That's another thing. I think where people are now trying to be so politically correct, they're trying to out-woke each other. Soon someone's going to say, you can't say pedo anymore. It's a derogatory term. It offends people who are child addicted, right? So you're going to have people going to the doctor going, Doctor, I think I'm child addicted, right? And doctor go, oh, you poor thing. How do you feel? I feel like I want to fiddle with kids. That is one of the symptoms. Don't worry, sit down. We'll get you into a facility at taxpayers' expense, right? And we'll wean you off children. How does that work, doctor? Well, you know, like when they give heroin addicts methadone, yeah? Well, we're going to start you on dwarves, right? It might work. It might. My mum, she was the salt of the earth, but she just said what she wanted, right? And she'd do anything for you, but she reserved the right to moan about it. So, growing up, right, our next-door neighbour, Mrs. Dawson, she was about 25 years older than my mum. So when my mum was 60, this old lady was already like 85, 86, and my mum was the last living witness to her existence. She lives alone, and my mum did everything for her, right? She went shopping for her, she did the housework, she went round, made her lunch and sat with her for a while, she went back, made her tea, and this went on and on. I remember calling home once. My mum was like 70. And I went, oh, I called earlier, you were out. And my mum went, yeah, I was rating Dawson's. And I went, oh, how is she? And my mum went, oh, she just won't die, Rick. I was on a plane last year, okay, going from New York to LA, okay? And me and my girlfriend were one side of the plane, there was the aisle. And the other side, there were these two huge fat women, okay? Proper fat. One of them just got on and went, can I have a belt extension? Yeah, of course you can, you've earned it, right? So, proper. In fact, I was thinking of calling the pilot out and going, should one of us swap with one of them? Otherwise, we're just going to Canada. Do you know what I mean? And one of them was even fatter than the other one, okay? And she was there, and she'd got on the plane with one of those takeaway buckets of fast food. Bucket! I mean, there's your first clue. When did that happen? When did fat people just give up? When did they go into a shop and go, oh, fuck it, just treat me like a farmyard animal? Really? Give me it in a bucket. In fact, just strap it to my fucking head, and I'll just... A bucket? Really? You want your meal in a bucket? Yes. Right? So, she's there, and she's chowing down, right? And I swear, she turns to her fat friend and says, this is the best fried chicken I've had all day. But one thing that isn't ambiguous, whether it's nature or nurture, is racism, right? No one's born racist. You've got to learn that shit, OK? And, again, I don't want to divide the room. I'm not a fan of racism. No, hear me out. I don't care whether you're black, white, brown, European, African... You're all going, yeah, that's all right, Rick. Black, white, brown, European, African. What about the fucking Eskimos? Racist, right? They're fucking weird, Rick. They are not weird. They're just different. They live in the snow. Yeah, that is their little house, the snow. So, right? Yeah. They wear a dead sea lion for their clothes. Yes, that's their clothes, the dead sea lion, right? But here's the thing about racism, right? You drag one out of his little hole in the snow and peel him out of his sea lion outfit, right? And he's standing there naked. You take a closer look, he's basically a cold Chinaman. I told this joke. Made sure the old people couldn't hear, like that. I went, OK. Father, sitting at home, just reading the newspaper. This little girl comes running in. She's only 6. Hello, darling. Hello, Daddy. You've been playing? Yeah. In the park? Yeah. With your friends? Well, until the man came along. Till the man came along? Yeah, a man came along and he asked my friends to leave, so it was just me and him. Darling, come over. Whatever happened, none of it was your fault, OK, darling? None of it was your fault. But tell Daddy every detail. What happened? He took me behind a tree so no one could see what we were doing. Oh, God, darling, and then what happened? He took my dress off. Oh, God, what happened next? What happened? He took his thing out. Oh, God, darling, and then what happened? Nothing, that was it. Oh, well, make something up. But I'm a considered comedian. I like my jokes to be accurate and my targets to be fair. So I was engaging these people. I was saying, why is it transphobic? And they were saying, it's about a trans person. I said, well, that's ridiculous. That's like saying a joke about Bill Cosby is automatically racist. It depends on the joke. But I was talking to them, I'm willing to learn, and I found out my crime was that I dead-named her. Now, I'd never heard that term, you know, before a day after the Golden Globes, and that was saying her old name, and even acknowledging that she used to be a man. But she did. I saw him on the Olympic Games. It was decathlon, it was in everything. He was all over the place. Shot put and pole vault. He won a medal. He was famous. He was on telly all the time. But, you know, a big, famous man with a huge, I don't know, but I mean, I'm guessing he's a big, but I've learnt my lesson. Now, I'd never dead name her now. Now I know it's wrong, I'd never dead name her now. But like years ago, when, you know, she was a man, that was years ago, I'm saying, right, and she went to the doctor, right, and knocked on the door, and the doctor went, come in. This is years ago. I'm saying, I'd never dead name her now, but this is like a flashback before anyone... Do you know what So, look, come in, and he went, hello, Bruce Jenner, because that was his name then. The doctor, you know, this was years ago, and the doctor went, oh, Bruce Jenner, you big old... How you doing, boy, you fucker? How you doing? You big old lump. Oh, how you doing, boy? Come here, you fucker. How you doing, Brucey boy? You all right? Right? And Bruce Jenner, because that was his name, this is years ago, right? So Bruce Jenner went, yeah, not too bad, doctor, yeah. Not too bad, right? And I was like, what can I do for you, Bruce? Yeah, fucker, how you doing, boy? And Bruce Jenner went, because that was his name. Bruce Jenner went, look at that. And they went, oh, come on, Bruce Jenner, you know the rules. He uses his whole name every time for some reason, I don't know why. Come on, Bruce Jenner, you fucker, you know the rules. You can't bring your big old pole vaulting pole in here, mate, you know. And Bruce Jenner went, no, that's not my pole vaulting pole, that's my enormous penis. And they're, oh, right, yeah, seeing as it is your penis, you can bring it in here. But you should have left your shot puts outside. And Bruce Jenner went, that was his name, for 58 years, I think. He went, no, they're not my shot puts, they're my enormous testicles. That's where I keep my testosterone and my spunk and shit, right? And the doctor went, oh, yeah, that makes perfect. I'm a medical man, and that you're a big bloke. Oh, you fucker. How you doing, boy? You're a big... You're big, and you would have a big old cock and balls. They're beautiful. They're a bit familiar. And I go, no, but you must be very proud of them, Bruce. Bruce Jenner went, oh, this is going to surprise you, doctor. I want to get rid of them. And the doctor went, what? Why? Ah, they get in the way. Get in the way of what? Fucking driving, for one thing. There's a little thing going on in a country called Iraq, which is not my favourite war. My favourite war is... oh, there's so many. They're good for different reasons. Falklands. That's probably the Falklands, because we won that one. And it was great. It was against Argentina. Yeah, weird. We're going to war with Argentina. All right, okay, fair enough, yeah. But the reason it's my favourite war is that it was a range war. And what that means is the Argentine guns could fire 9 kilometres. The British guns could fire 17 kilometres. So we just parked our ships 10 kilometres away, and theirs were falling into the sea, and we were shelling the shit out of them. It's the war equivalent of holding a midget at arm's length. And he's flailing, and you're just kicking him in the bollocks like that. Vietnam, best soundtrack. Second World War, best ending. That had to be the end. That was a great finale. You couldn't follow that, could you? People are worried about that. They go, oh, atomic energy. Oh, it's bad. The effects are still being felt today. But, oh, it ended a war. And that's good. And it was discovered by Einstein. And he's a genius. And in his 1903 paper, he said that light could be described as discrete bundles of energies that when irradiated onto an unstable... What maniac thinks like that? Really? I'm not a doctor, but I think that's what turned Stephen Hawking's mad, too much thinking. Do you know what I mean? The universe is expanding. Of course it is, Stephen. Yeah, of course it is, yeah. Take a day off, go for a walk. Not a walk, but I mean, just, no. Open a window. Watch a bit of TV. Robot Wars is on. You love that, don't you? Greatest mind on the planet. People say, oh, we shouldn't have a go at Stephen Hawking. Oh, he's a genius. He's not a genius. He's pretentious. Born in Oxford and talks with that fake American accent. He is actually a hero of mine. Not my greatest hero. My greatest hero is Nelson Mandela. What a man, isn't he? He's an incredible man. Incarcerated for 25 years. He was released in 1990. He's been out about 18 years now. And he hasn't reoffended. I think he's going straight. Which shows you prison does work. I learnt a lot last year about one of your great American heroes, Rosa Parks. It was the 200-year celebration of the abolition of slavery in Britain last year. We were a bit ahead of you on that. But well done. Well done. But the abolition of slavery wasn't the end of racism. Racism was still inherent in society as late as the 50s and 60s in England and America. And it was this one incident that sparked off the civil rights movement. A young black woman called Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat to a white person on a bus. It was the law, but she'd had enough. And she was arrested for that. But then that law was changed. But she didn't stop there. She started sitting in those seats meant for disabled people. She talked to the driver when the bus was in motion. Did she have the correct change ready? Did she, bollocks? Oh, some people. Cheers.
Right, last one, come on guys. Our next presenter starred in Netflix's Bird Box, a movie where people survive by acting like they don't see a thing. Sort of like working for Harvey Weinstein. You did it, I didn't, you did it.
To begin, I just want to congratulate Harvey.
I'd like to thank Harvey Weinstein.
Harvey Weinstein.
Harvey Weinstein.
Harvey Weinstein.
Harvey and Bob Weinstein.
Harvey Weinstein.
And then Harvey Weinstein.
And Harvey Weinstein.
Harvey and Bob Weinstein.
Thank you, Harvey Weinstein.
I want to thank Harvey and Bob Weinstein.
The world got to see James Corden as a fat pussy. He was also in the movie Cats, but no one saw that. And the reviews, oh, shocking. I saw one that said, this is the worst thing to happen to cats since dogs, right? But Dame Judi Dench defended the film, saying it was the role she was born to play, because she... I can't do this next joke. Because she loves nothing better than plonking herself down on the carpet, lifting her leg and licking her... Furball. She's old school. It's the last time, who cares? But as I say, I'm going to be nice tonight. I've changed. Not as much as Bruce Jenner, obviously. Now Caitlyn Jenner, of course. What a year she's had. She became a role model for trans people everywhere, showing great bravery in breaking down barriers and destroying stereotypes. She didn't do a lot for women drivers, but... I've changed. Not as much as Bruce Jenner, obviously. Now Caitlyn Jenner, of course. What a year she's had. She became a role model for trans people everywhere, showing great bravery in breaking down barriers and destroying stereotypes. She didn't do a lot for women drivers, but... is the star of the hilarious comedy The Martian. Oh, he nearly died. Right. He's also the only person who Ben Affleck hasn't been unfaithful to. Please welcome Matt Damon.
Thank you.
Who cares about movies anymore? No one goes to the cinema. No one really watches network TV. Everyone's watching Netflix. This show should just be me coming out going, well done Netflix, you win everything, good night. But no, we've got to drag it out for 3 hours. You could binge watch the entire first season of Afterlife instead of watching this show. That's a show about a man who wants to kill himself because his wife dies of cancer, and it's still more fun than this, okay? Spoiler alert, season 2 is on the way, so in the end he obviously didn't kill himself, just like Jeffrey Epstein. Shut up. I know he's your friend, but I don't care.
Be so shy, just tell me what you like. Oh, baby.
keep you satisfied. Come to my place, strip down and take a shot. All day, all night, I'll keep you satisfied.
Apple roared into the TV game with a morning show. A superb drama, yeah. A superb drama about the importance of dignity and doing the right thing, made by a company that runs sweatshops in China. So, well, you say you're woke, but the companies you work for, I mean, unbelievable. Apple, Amazon, Disney. If ISIS started a streaming service, you'd call your agent, wouldn't you? So, if you do win an award tonight, don't use it as a platform to make a political speech, right? You're in no position to lecture the public about anything. You know nothing about the real world. Most of you spent less time in school than Greta Thunberg. So, if you win, right, come up, accept your little award, thank your agent and your God, and... So... It's already 3 hours long. Excellent. Spotlight has been nominated. Yeah. The Catholic Church are furious about the film as it exposes the fact that 5% of all their priests have repeatedly molested children and been allowed to continue to work without punishment. Roman Polanski called it the best date movie ever. The Irishman was amazing. It was amazing. Look, it was. It was great. Long, but amazing. It wasn't the only epic movie. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, nearly 3 hours long. Leonardo DiCaprio attended the premiere, and by the end, his date was too old for him. So... Even Prince Andrew's like, come on, Leo, mate, you know. You're nearly 50, son.
A new series of extras starts this week. Congratulations on getting a second series, essentially, but also...
Congratulations on already fucking it up. It's next week, you moron.
Hello, Tiny Tim.
Hello. Oh... I bet it looks even worse from that angle.
Keep going. Right.
See?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
What do you think it is that people must... Why must everyone have it?
I can't say what I'm thinking. And they all are too.
Yeah.
Everyone's thinking it.
Go ahead, say it.
Are you an outdoorsman? Do you go out? Do you? Like...
I do. I play tennis. I play golf. I run. Believe it or not.
Yeah. Is that how you get that deep buttery tan you have?
Mr. Norton, I'm so excited about your Christmas show.
Bah!
But sir, there'll be. Brilliant. That's all you got, bar.
Yeah.
I do look a bit more like Parker these days. I don't know. That's the problem. You're getting me confused.
He's kept himself in trim. Look at you. Undo the button. Go on, let it hang out. Look at this. Look at this.
Nothing
no,
there. There's nothing
right.
there.
Fucking let it go.
What?
Look at that.
What is the best thing about having one of these?
The length.
Yeah. Not so much the width.
The width is important, but I prefer, personally, I prefer a long, thin one to a short, fat one.
I can't believe this. You had a birthday, and is it 50 years old? You're not 50 years old. Are you really 50 years old?
50, yeah.
I mean, you look tremendous. You look like you're 35. If somebody had said to me, how old? I say 35. 35, honestly. You look exactly like you did the first time, except you're in better shape. Remember you used to come out, you're sort of pear-shaped when you come out? Now you look great. You didn't
good. Say that at the time, though, did you?
No, I didn't know what to think.
Well, no. You say, well, you look good now because I looked awful before. That's all you're saying.
No,
I needed you to say it before. You're pear-shaped. I'd have worked out faster.
No.
But now...
But how do you feel at 50? Good, right?
Well, yeah. I'm grumpier. I think I'm grumpier.
Grumpier?
Yeah. I understand you a lot more now. Do you know what I mean? No.
Do you have a dog? You should.
No, we've got a very old cat. She's 16. It wouldn't be right yet, and we travel too much, you know. And
do you travel with the cat?
No.
Maybe have a dog when you're on the road and the cat won't know. Like a traveling salesman who has a different wife in another town?
Yeah, but my cat's on Twitter and someone will tell her.
Can you not drive at all?
I know.
No, but do you know how?
Well, I've seen people do it.
But you don't have a license.
What?
You don't have a license?
No.
Okay.
You can't drink and drive, so what's the point?
That's kind of...
Getting caught in the zipper. Does that mean this zipper?
Yeah. Yes.
Well, that's never happened. Just one of the advantages of having a very small penis.
It's not something you brag about. No, you don't brag about that.
I hate to boast, but it's pretty tiny.
Oh, my God.
Do you think maybe at 60 it'll get even worse?
I don't know, because you said I looked better than I did at 40.
Oh, you look much better than you did when I first met you.
So if this carries on, if you looked at a graph, I'd look like Johnny Depp when I'm about 70.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Call me when that happens.
The best thing about being dead is you don't know about it. That is the best. It's like being stupid. It's only painful for others. So it's fine.
Very nice. That's very nice.
For everybody, you went to the Achilles heel of everybody. Like when you tell a woman who's, she looks old, that just hits a woman deep in the...
Why did I say that too?
I think you said something about the Sex and the City women, like about...
I said it was airbrushed, and I said we know how old you are, girls. I saw one of you in an episode of Bonanza.
Okay. Come on, say it all.
No, I was saying, why lie? There's nothing wrong with being 50 or looking 50.
But you're not a woman. I get you.
I don't think you lose your sensuality at 50.
And now that you're older, has it occurred to you again, have you given any more thought to God and whether he might be real?
Yeah, I think about it every day.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's not.
You'd like to be like an evil supervillain.
Yeah, that'd be good.
What would your power be, do you think?
Oh, I don't know. I hadn't thought it through. I didn't know. Do I have to have a... I'd be annoying. I'm really annoying. I could do that.
You'd be super... You'd be super annoying.
Yeah, anyone that came to Batman would go, oh, this is just...
And what's the matter with your voice?
Oh, I've got a sore throat.
Ah.
So that's it.
How long have you had the sore throat?
Just a couple of days.
See, now, I had a sore throat around the holidays.
It's all about you, isn't it? It's all about you. I've only got a day to live. I said, what do you want to do?
And then when that didn't happen, what is it? And then when that couldn't happen...
Make-A-Wish Foundation.
No.
I'd like to go on Jimmy Fallon, please.
And so, that's not what you said.
No, I didn't.
You want to do something else, and then...
I said anything but Jimmy Fallon.
Is it true, the story about getting the call from Stephen Hawking?
Yeah. Well, I did. I got a call from this guy.
How'd you know it was him?
Well, last time I saw you, I've seen you since then. But last time, do you remember when we flew together? You have to remember this. It made me laugh. I was crying.
That's not a euphemism. That's not some...
No one thought it was a euphemism at all.
But that night we flew together. I'll tell you one more thing, just to show how stupid he is on national television. He won't mind. We have these reality game shows, Nick. There's so many of them. And you're getting
with celebrities and stuff.
Well, celebrities. You say celebrities, but now they've done so many that it's like siblings of celebrities and next door neighbours of celebrities, and sons and daughters of celebrities. And there was one in particular, and I was talking to Carl, and I said, the thing is with him is, I said he's only famous because of who his dad was, and Carl said, yeah, but you could say the same about Jesus. I have faith in people.
That's nice.
I think that it'll all be okay.
What?
It'll be okay.
Have you seen people's track record?
No, but it'll be fine because we'll all be dead soon. French have the best food.
Oh.
Rubbish.
Don't think so.
They eat horses.
Right.
They eat frogs.
Right.
I mean, how did that start? It was the first French bloke to go, I'll have a go at that. Was there 2 French blokes in the backyard? They're going, I've just built a pond, Pierre. Oh, it's nice, yeah. What's that thing hopping, that slimy thing? That's a frog. We should eat it. What do you mean? You can't eat a frog. Well, no, not all of it, just the legs. Don't eat the frogs. They're good for the garden. They eat the slugs and the snails. Snails.
You never know, do you?
He'll be all right, though, won't he? Of course he'd be all right. Okay. I didn't buy the controversy, really, with the Golden Globes. I think that was the press just keeping it going. Because who was really offended? Who did I really offend, you know?
I was there. I think you offended quite a few people.
And there's so many stupid people on Twitter. It's great. Yeah. Someone said, hey, you're worth 80 million, but you haven't had your teeth fixed. And I sent back, when you're this rich, you get your butler to chew your food.
All right, clock again. Robert De Niro.
Are you looking at me?
All right, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I'll be back.
Winston Churchill.
Oh, I'll fight them on the beaches, I will.
Kim Kardashian.
Oh, look at these.
All right,
Is it true, the story about getting the call from Stephen Hawking?
Yeah. Well, I did. I got a call from this guy.
How'd you know it was him?
But when you come to the United States, are you nervous about traveling these days, for example?
Well, I'll tell you what, the first time, I was a bit apprehensive coming to the States this time. A couple of reasons, really. The first one is, obviously since the war in Iraq, it's not good to be in America with a French name.
Oh.
I have got French blood.
Really? Is that right?
I don't like them either, though. I just want to make... No. Do you watch Doctor Who?
I don't know.
Killed that one, didn't it? Is that really all you had?
You've lost a lot of weight.
Thank you.
How have you done it? Tell me your secret.
Steroids and AIDS.
How long is your... I'm not asking how long is... I'm not...
7 inches.
All right, well, listen.
Here's one you tweeted of Jane. Jane thought she'd made a new friend, but it was just a shadow. Jane thinking about making new friends. This one is, Jane is looking so happy because her new friend hasn't walked away yet.
What is the dumbest thing you've ever done while you were drunk?
Oh, where does... No, I just thought of one. I don't know if it's dumbest. I
knew you'd have a good answer for this.
I weed on my girlfriend once. No, let me explain.
There had to be a few words at home after you posted this one. Just found this photo of Jane when she was little. You must have given her a gift after that.
Yeah, well, there you go.
I can't believe this. You had a birthday, and is it 50 years old? You're not 50 years old. Are you really 50 years old?
50, yeah.
I mean, you look tremendous. You look like you're 35. If somebody had said to me, how old? I say 35. 35, honestly. You look exactly like you did the first time, except you're in better shape. Remember you used to come out, you're sort of pear-shaped when you come out? Now you look great. You look
You didn't
good.
say that at the time, though, did you?
No, I didn't know what to think.
Well, no. You said, "Oh, you look good now," because I looked awful before. That's all you're saying.
No,
I needed you to say it before. You're pear-shaped. I'd have worked out faster. But now...
But how do you feel at 50? Good, right?
Well, yeah. I'm grumpier. I think I'm grumpier.
Grumpier?
Yeah. I understand you a lot more now. Do you know what I mean? No.
What's a body part you're most proud of on yourself?
It's probably my second penis. No.
Wow. 2 of them. Wow.
My next brother's like 11 years older, then 12. My sister's 12 years older, and my older brother's like 13 years older. I remember asking my mum why that was. I was about like 11, eating my cornflakes, and I said, Mum, why are my brothers and sisters so much older than me? And she said, because you were a mistake. Just like that.
Do you think maybe at 60 it'll get even worse?
I don't know, because you said I looked better than I did at 40.
Oh, you look much better than you did when I first met you.
So if this carries on, if you looked at a graph, I'd look like Johnny Depp when I'm about 70.
That's right. Yeah. Call me when that happens.
Because you've never been to Australia.
It's too far. No. And what? This guy here, right?
No, don't. That's a beloved American.
If you keep sitting with your legs like that, I'm going to get you some tickets to a Broadway show.
Yeah. Thank you.
I can't move it because I'll crush the sloth. Right, you're.
Is that a sex thing?
That's
Crushing the sloth?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. All right.
You're a, what is he? A gay robot skeleton?
Skeleton, yeah.
Right, I know. I can see he's a skeleton. See, he's a robot. His name's Jeff. But what have you done that's gay? What's
Why
the
don't you come over here and I'll show you?
And this policeman comes out with a mirror on the end of a stick, and he looks under the van like that. And as he's doing it, his helmet falls off, and 20 cigarettes fell out. And the copper looked at Bob and sort of went, I bet you've always wondered what we kept under our helmets. And Bob went, I knew it wasn't fucking brains.
I thought some of these cat pictures actually were quite convincing.
Yeah,
you.
That's good.
That's one. That's a good one. It's the next one. Let's see. Let's keep going. And then, oh, that's a nice one. Then there's 3. There's another one right here. And I like that a lot. Look at that. That's fantastic. I didn't see that one. Oh, my God.
I just wondered if there was a gag that, oh, no, that's gone a bit far.
Oh, yeah. I mean...
Most of them.
Oh, yeah. But, you know, if you think the things I say are terrible, think of the things I think.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
Listen, I'm with you with this God thing. Like, as in atheism. I mean, but there's a bit of you thinks, you know, what if it is true? What do you do when you meet God?
Well, forgive me.
Will he?
Yeah, and it's his fault. Why did he make me an atheist?
We could be oceans, never drifting apart. We could be endless, flow through my heart. If
You blame Johnny Depp for ruining your hair.
No, I played a tiny prostitute part in Public Enemies for a day.
You don't mean a dwarf prostitute?
There's not even any water here. Can I have a drink of water?
Unfortunately, on the
Oh,
new
you've
BBC...
got some?
Well,
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, I bought this myself. You have to buy your own now, the BBC.
Look at you.
That's £1. You want that as £1, I want from you.
Yeah.
That's £1. OK, let's do an interview.
I never knew you were this weird.
Really?
No, because you kept it... We worked together for a couple of days. And
I know.
You're absolutely mental.
In a nice way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so... I eat and drink too much every night, and then I'd go to the gym, and everything aches, though, because I run, my knees gone, my shoulders
You've got to
gone.
use that machine now.
Oh, everything's gone.
No, this machine.
Yeah.
The frog leg machine.
Yeah.
That's the one I do now because it doesn't hurt my knees. I have to do that.
Yeah, I've got to be so careful.
Yeah, you have to getting older. We're the same age. I know.
I know. And
yes.
I've had 5 years of the finger.
Yeah.
I've had 5 years of the finger now.
Well, you started late. You start in America. You start 40.
No.
Yeah. You start.
No,
40.
the testicles sort of go out the end of the 40s. Then you're out of that danger, and then the 50s start the old. So now.
That's the exact noise mine makes.
Yeah.
As well.
Right, okay. Talking about being recognised in Italian restaurants, being recognised when you're having that done is great. So I was having it done once, and it was a doctor, right? And he'd done all the things. He goes, do you want me to test your prostate? Yes. And I said, yeah, fine. He said, do you need a chaperone? I went, no, fine. He went, okay. So he does that, and he went, big fan, by the way. we have these reality game shows, Neil. There's so many of them. You're getting
With celebrities and stuff.
Well, celebrities, you say celebrities, but now they've done so many that it's like siblings of celebrities and next door neighbours of celebrities, and you know, sons and daughters of celebrities. And there was one in particular, and I was talking to Carl, and I said, the thing is with him is, I said, he's only famous because of who his dad was. And Carl said, yeah, but you could say the same about Jesus.
Hello, Tiny Tim.
Hello. Oh.
I bet it looks even worse from that angle.
Keep going. Right.
See?
Yeah, no.
Louis, we're on the old jet to New York. What are your thoughts?
Well, it was a good run. It was a good shoot. I got very emotional when we wrapped.
You cried like a little girl.
I did. I cried like a little girl.
It was very moving. I had to walk away.
I did too.
Because if I see a man crying,
it's hard.
Well, I get an erection.
No, I was on a plane once, and the couple in front of us were sitting a couple with 2 kids on their laps, and the flight attendant says, "You need to separate." And I said, "Why?" Because you have children. There's only so many oxygen masks, and one of them will not survive. Like, why that language? Why that language?
I know couples who never travel together when they've got travelling with kids.
Yeah, there's those people.
Yeah, there's those people.
There's those people.
Well, that makes sense, doesn't it?
No.
But just think of that, though, to really have that
both your parents
instinct.
die in an airplane.
No, but then to think, well, we don't want to both die. Let's worry about this 2-year-old.
It'd be great if the 2 planes collided in midair.
It's very turbulent. We were warned, but I'm scared, right? But because Louis is more scared than me, I'm going to burst.
I'm trying to get drunk really fast.
Oh, that was a bad one.
Huge fucking testicles.
Oh, fuck me. Oh, God.
Babies with AIDS.
Okay, now. It's such a tiny plane, so you feel absolutely everything. Oh, here it comes.
Masturbating in the street.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to do anything ever again. I don't want to do anything ever again. I don't want to do any more things. I've done enough. I don't want to do anything again. I just want to be in a chair on the ground. I just want to be in a chair on the
Jesus.
ground. Hitler fucked his wife. 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 Hitler fucked his wife.
Oh, God. Oh. But there's the clouds. We're going into the clouds. Okay. Okay, calm down, it'll be all right. I've never seen anyone sweat like that. He looks like a plum who someone jizzed on.
Oh.
Look at that. Oh, that's all right. That's all right now. Oh. Quick, tell me about the haircut. You've had your haircut yesterday.
Yeah.
What happened? What happened? Talk about something else.
I asked him to not cut it so fucking short, and he was rushing.
You mean he was in a hurry?
Oh, tits. Spray paint on a fucking tit. Spray paint my name on a tit. Oh, fuck. Oh my God, what the fuck is he doing?
Oh, God.
What kind of shit is this?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, 12-year-old gay kids. 12-year-old gay kids. 12-year-old gay kids. I'm serious.
Oh God, this isn't good. I don't like this myself. That's too wobbly. That's too wobbly. That's too wobbly to land. What's going on? What's going on here? What's that buzzing noise? What's that noise? I've never heard that noise before. I've never heard that noise before. Look, look. He's got his hand. He's got his hand. He's got his hand up to steady himself. What's going on? Okay, we're coming in now. Right. Okay. All right. Right. Okay. 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 Oh. Oh. Oh, Jesus.
Fuck your mother with a frog. Oh, fucking put a frog over your dick like a condom and fuck your mom. Do it. Do it before I die. It's the last thing I want. It's my last dying wish.
Oh.
I hope they find this tape like the black box. Oh, Jesus.
Please welcome Ricky Gervais.
How's it going? Good to see you.
Hi, good to see you. How are you?
Good. Hello. Oh, wow. Lovely.
Brown and black. Fantastic to have you here.
Lovely to be back.
We've been talking about the new Baywatch movie. I thought I would ask you, who are you?
Why wasn't I in it?
Exactly. I mean, who are you on a beach?
Oh, oh, God. I don't do beaches anymore. I don't like sort of just... I used to, when I was younger, sit around trying to get a tan, but it's just so boring now. And I can't stand people, so I don't want to go to a beach.
What would you say is your perfect comfort zone? Where's that?
Sitting at home, in my pants, getting drunk. That's every night, though. So this is a nice change for me to be dressed. No, my idea of a night out is a night in, honestly. Yeah. If someone, like, they'll say, oh, we're in town for a couple of days, do you want dinner? I go, oh, OK, right. And they say 8:30, I go, 6 o'clock. I want to be home by 8 o'clock.
Your show that you're touring with now is called Humanity.
It is indeed.
And I wonder, are you an optimist on behalf of humanity?
I think so. I think I'm an optimist. In general, I think everything will be okay. You know, you try your best, and I think it'll probably be okay in the long run. Am I an optimist for humanity? I don't know. You know, all joking aside, I think I've probably lived through the best 50 years of humanity. In 1965 to 2015, reached the peak of civilization on everything, on freedoms, on communication, on tolerance, on medicine. And now it's sort of taken a downward turn. This last year hasn't been so good. There's always been, and it's true, you know, my opinion is worth as much as your opinion, but people started thinking that my opinion was worth as much as your facts. And that's just not true. And that came from people finding their groups, and on social media, they found their mobs. They found comfort with like-minded people, and it was like two armies.
Isn't this exactly, we're talking about Julian Assange, which is one part of, I mean, freedom of expression, let's call it that. Some people will say he's a beacon there. Social media is another part of that.
Well, social media is just another form of communication, another outlet. You know, it only amplifies things. You can't say, oh, this is terrible. There are idiots on Twitter, but there are idiots on the high street. You've got to go there. You know, probably at the same percentage. It's just that now people feel they have a voice, right? Most people wouldn't say things to you in the street that they would on Twitter.
No, but you have, you used to have in London, I don't know if you still have it, but you have this Hyde Park corner where people stood on boxes and spoke.
Yeah, which is great, but everyone...
But now we all got those boxes.
But they've all got those boxes.
All
and
over the place.
Exactly, and people, that used to be almost like a bit of a tourist attraction because they were mad. Do you know what I mean? No one jumps on a box in Hyde Park and says something that's really... They're usually saying the end is nigh, or the aliens are coming, that's why I'm wearing tinfoil. And it's like, no one's going around, they know, you know, that there's a forum for everything, and most people feel that they haven't got that forum, and now they have. Now everyone's a critic, everyone's a blogger, everyone's a journalist. you know? And all it does is just amplifies it. Twitter is like being able to read every toilet wall in the world.
Do you have a neurotic side?
Yeah.
What is that? What is that about? What can make you neurotic?
Noises. You know, it comes down... to cut a long story short, I know what it comes down to now. It comes down to me being a complete control freak. Because in art, you're God. In art, you can be a complete fascist, you know? But you can't do that in normal life. So I walk into a restaurant and I think, well, that chair's in the wrong place. Why have they put the air conditioning there? Oh, they did the toilet. I'll do that, right? Someone could be eating soup. I'll go, we're moving. You know, noises... Anything, so noisy eaters.
Eaters.
Noisy as people whistling for no reason. Anything can just ruin my day.
People chewing with the mouth open.
And I know. Yeah, I know it's my phobia. I know it's my neuroses, but it doesn't make it any better. I just think I know I'm not allowed to go. Will you stop fucking eating like that? So I have to leave. I know it's my problem, right? So I want to be in control.
Were you happy before you became what you are today?
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I've always been happy. I know I was born in a very working class area. We didn't have any money. I was the youngest of 4. My dad was a labourer. Mum was a housewife, but everyone was in the same boat. I didn't sit around feeling sorry for myself. I didn't think this is all doom and gloom. I never sat around thinking, oh, when am I going to become an international comedian? You know, I just thought, I hope I don't die on the way to school.
People recognize you, and you, of course, all over the world. Are you aware of it all the time?
Not so much in the very beginning. You know, when I first came to London, even my first plane ride was to Los Angeles, first of all, and then I came to London, and I didn't realize what the popularity of the show was, and you put it all together eventually. But, you know, and people are pretty cool to me. They've never really been that, except for the stalker in Stockholm.
Except for the
guy who lit my room on fire.
She had a stalker in Stockholm. He was naked.
And he was
You
never had naked
you can tell
stalkers.
immediately this is not a sort of person you want to deal with. You know what I mean? He wasn't a sneaky stalker like normal for the first couple of years. He's like a man following you naked. He's mental. You know, at least he's did you a favour there, I think. What do you mean?
Yeah.
What, he was not chasing you, just walking behind you?
No. He came into a hotel and he lit my room on fire, and then he packed a bag for him and I, and then
this was
he
while she
found
was a guest on
naked.
my show.
And I was on his show. I came back to the hotel and it was evacuated because he had broken into the room through the adjoining door.
So...
He was covered in Vaseline, too. He was covered in oil. He was covered in oil.
Covered in oil?
Hold on. Wait a minute. So this guy... So,
first offence, he only got 4 days in jail.
4 days in jail. So how old was he? How old was this guy?
Oh, he was like 40, something.
So 40 years old. So he checked in the hotel knowing you were there?
Yes. I saw him in the hallway the day before, and he said, come to my room in English. So that's why the police were like, oh, no, he knew who you were.
And then he broke into your room when you were not there.
Right.
That's something,
I was
at
there.
least. Yeah, OK.
He lit it on fire.
Lit it on fire?
Yeah.
Why would he do that?
I don't know. I don't think he was thinking straight.
He doesn't know what he's doing?
No, I don't know. No.
He doesn't know whether he's a stalker or an arsonist.
But he had the 2 bags. Yeah.
And
a kidnapper.
How many crimes can I do in 10 minutes? He was in the Guinness Book of Records. Oh, my God.
I know, it's terrible. It's hard to laugh at, but it was
What I like about it is, he's not even a very good stalker, because he went, right, she's out. You know what I mean? Right, just dance around you naked. That's a terrible stalker. She's coming back. It's ridiculous. So, how did you know he was naked? Someone found him there?
No, I saw pictures.
Why was he took pictures?
No, the police officers did, but they took him and they had to wrap him in plastic to bring him out, and he was 6'4".
To keep him fresh. Hold on, wait a minute. So this is a 40-year-old man who sees you in the hall and says.
No, but he checked in. Yeah, there was probably a longer story, but yeah,
right.
He ended up getting into.
And he said, "Oh, it's Pam Anderson off Baywatch." How could I impress her? Right. I'll wait till she goes out for a start, and then I'll start my plan. Right. All I need is matches. Right. So hold on.
It was pretty scary.
So then he went into your room through the adjoining door. So did he know? So he knew.
He broke through the door. Yes.
He broke through the door, but he had that room next door, presumably.
Yeah, no, he got the room next door.
Right.
Yeah.
He set the room on fire.
You're so thorough on this.
But why did he set the room on fire? Just because he was mad, I suppose.
I think he was mad, yeah. Well,
Well, he probably took his clothes off because he was hot.
He was covered in oil. And he was looking through my girlfriend's camera.
Hold on.
That gets
Right.
worse.
He was covered in oil.
Yes. This is...
People do horrendous things to be famous. It's ludicrous.
Yeah.
It's absolutely ludicrous.
So do you have this self-awareness that when you're like in a restaurant, as you mentioned, you need to be especially polite, you need to tip well, you need to, because
and honestly,
people are telling them
being famous for me is like believing in God. I think everyone will find, you know, someone's watching you. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm very aware that someone came up to me the other day in a restaurant. Right? I'm in a restaurant, and it's usually safe restaurants. People respect that, right? And someone came up to me like this, right? I'm sitting there, and they just came up with their phone. Everyone's got a camera. They just went like this. They went...
I know, isn't that odd? They do that,
Didn't look at me, didn't ask. And, the secret one as well, when you see people like that, they've just got their phone like that.
Yeah.
I want to go... why are you doing it? Just ask. You can have a selfie. You can have a picture.
And you have to be polite. And you still
I have to be polite because they're filming it.
Yeah.
So I never want to lose it because that's what, you know, that's what they want, particularly the paps. They want you to do something.
Yeah.
You know, so you don't give them what they want.
Ricky Gervais, thank you so much.
Thank you. And I think that's the important thing because I've often said that people get offended when they mistake the subject of a joke with the actual target.
Yeah.
And they're not necessarily the same thing. You can make jokes about any subject. It depends what the joke is.
Yeah.
There's no rules. You can't joke about this. You can.
You should be able to.
You just can.
Yeah.
Okay? And there's nothing sacred. But people then they go, yeah, but you shouldn't hurt people's feelings. Well, you can if their feelings are wrong.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't like the facts, don't change the facts, change the feelings.
Yeah.
You know.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? Uh-oh, Richard. Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
How arrogant are you to think that you deserve to go through life with no one ever saying anything that you don't agree with or like? I want people to stop saying that joke's offensive.
Yeah.
I want them to start saying I found it offensive because you've got to own the emotion because that's all it is. You're just telling me how you feel about it.
Yeah.
There's nothing intrinsically offensive about this joke.
Keep my wife's name out your f***ing mouth.
Wow, dude.
Yes.
It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my wife's name out your f***ing mouth.
I'm going to, okay? That was a greatest night in the history of television. Okay.